Hello children. So I have made another part of video. So this is made to explain you people how the monohybrid cross is done step by step. So now in the previous video we have learnt what is monohybrid cross and what are the characters they take to proceed with this monohybrid cross, and also we got to know about dominant trait as well as recessive trait. So what is this dominant trait in case of monohybrid cross characters what we have taken? So here for monohybrid cross we have taken height of the plants, that is tall and dwarf, right? Yes. So here we have taken two characters, two traits we have taken. Okay, single step cross this is, so we call it as monohybrid cross. So dominant trait is nothing but the trait which express in further generation, right? For example, tall, so we represent this tall as capital T and capital T. So wherein recessive trait that do not express in further generation. Okay, so if there is a dominant trait and recessive trait, always a dominant trait will express. So this concept we know. So how do we represent the height of the plant, that is dwarf pea plant, as small t and small t? Don't forget. So how the cross is done? First is the parental generation. Parent generation. So or we can also call it as P generation. So here we are taking capital T and capital T. So we need to take two chromosomes here from a single parent. So next it is crossed with a dwarf plant, that is dwarf pea plant, that is small t and small t. The cross is done. You need to write into mark in between this because there is a cross, right? So now we need to get a gametes here. Okay, so we will write it like this. Same procedure you need to follow when you write a monohybrid cross. Okay, so how the gametes is obtained, you need to put one arrow mark here. So how the gametes are obtained, children, you need to represent like this. So only one gamete you can see, only one gamete enters during the fertilization. So next is from another parent. So this is one parent and another parent, that is male and female, you can guess, or you can just consider like that. Okay, so one more is another gamete, that is small t. So what happens is they form a zygote, they fuse together to form a zygote, that is small capital T and small t. So this we call it as F1 generation, or we call it as filial generation. Okay, so what is the character that we can see in a progeny? That is tallness. Why? Because always a capital T is a expressive, that is dominant. So now we need to know what are the characters that we can see in F2 generation. We can see various characters. So let's cross this one. Okay, so that is self cross. So capital T and small t is self crossed with same thing, same chromosomes. So now we can see that we can see four gametes here. So one is capital T and another one is capital T and small t. Now we shall have a cross. This will going to bind with this, and this with this with this again, and this with this. Okay, so for this we need to have a checkerboard. So we also call it as Punnett square. So okay, so don't forget to write this. So here I'll write it both male as well as female. So first we should write this too. Okay, so first we shall write like this and the recessive characters here. So we need to multiply with this now. Okay, so always dominant has to be written first. T with T is capital T and small t. Again same thing. So this has to be written like this, capital T with small t and capital T with small t. So what we are getting? So we can see here capital T with capital T, it is capital T and capital T. Capital T with small t, it is capital T and small t. So T again with small t, it is capital T and small t. Small t with small t, it is T and T. Okay, so now you can see different characters in F2 generation. This is F2 generation, right? So here you can see now we will have a phenotypic ratio. First we need to cross, then we need to put a checkerboard or Punnett square. We should know the phenotypic ratio. What is phenotypic ratio and what is genotypic ratio? Okay, so phenotypic ratio is means simple way it's very easy for you to remember, that is an external character, phenotypic. Okay, so phenotypic ratio, here first one you can see tall character, here is also tall because T is dominant here, and third one is also T. So 3 tall plants we can see, so I'll write it as 3, and only one dwarf planet because T is small t and small t. Here expressive itself is a dwarf, so I'll write it as 3:1. So totally 3 is dominant plant and 1 is recessive plant, right? 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is short in case of F2 generation, right? So what is genotypic? We'll consider a gene now. Okay, so how many are similar? So only here we can see only one similar gene, that is tall. I'll write it as 1, and here 2 similar genes we can see here, so it is 2, that is capital T small t, capital small t. Next is dwarf, only 1 we can see though, so I'll write it as 1. So this is phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross. General question for 1 mark you may get. So what is the genotypic ratio and the phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross? You can write phenotypic as 3:1, wherein genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Okay, so this question you may expect for 3 marks or 2 marks, okay, or sub question 4 marks, right? So you need to state what is monohybrid cross and you should explain by this cross. Fine, I hope you people have understood. Thank you.